So when is someone who isn't an employee really an employee? No, it's not a riddle. It's a problem I see time and time again with many small business owners, and you might be one of them. Now, if you've engaged someone in your business and thought, oh, I don't want the hassle of employing someone, I know, I'll take on my assistant and call them a freelancer, or maybe an associate, or is it a consultant? Anyway, we'll call them that, it'll be fine. Then you need to pay really close attention. Because regardless of what you label the working relationship, the law and HMRC look behind that to the true nature of the relationship. And if it turns out that your freelancer, or whatever you've called them, is actually an employee, then you could be liable for backdated employer tax and penalties and risk employment-related claims, including unfair dismissal and discrimination. So you really do need to get it right. Now, ultimately, it comes down to control of the person who's working for you. And if you can direct them from task to task and say, oh, that's not so urgent now, go and do this task. If you tell them how to do it, if you provide them with the tools and equipment to do the job, if they're coming into your office, if you're paying them on an hourly basis, then chances are they're an employee. If, on the other hand, the person working for you works from their own office, uses their own equipment, has other clients, decides whether they can work on a project with you or not, and decides how, when and where they can do it, then chances are they are a contractor, a self-employed contractor, or a freelancer, or an associate, or whatever you want to call them. A point here for people to note, because a lot of people do get this wrong, just because somebody is working for more than one person does not mean that they are necessarily a contractor and self-employed. A person can have 5 part-time jobs and be employed by each of those 5 people that they're working for. So that is not the easy answer. And in fact, the answer does very much depend on all of the circumstances. Now, HMRC have a great free online tool to help us small business owners decide what the working relationship is likely to be regarded as. And if you Google HMRC status indicator tool, then that will come up, and it just takes you through a series of questions. And at the end of it, it will say whether it's likely that the person that you're working with is employed or self-employed. It's not definitive, but it's a really good starting point. Now, if you would like my checklist, which takes you through all of the considerations and ultimately will help you decide what the person is going to be regarded as, then do look in the notes below the video and you'll be able to sign up for my free checklist. So I hope that's helpful for you. Please don't fall into the trap of thinking it's not important as to what you actually call the people working for you. It really is critical that you get it right. And I've seen so many people come to me and say that, I had this contractor working for me, but I terminated the contract and now they put in an unfair dismissal claim. And actually, that person was an employee and was therefore quite entitled to put in an unfair dismissal claim. Okay, so it's really, really key that we get this right, not just for any employment claims, but also because of the tax consequences as well. You can be fined, you can have penalties, you have to pay a lot of backdated tax. So it is really something to get right. I can't emphasise that enough. But do go and check out the employee status checklist that I've put the link below this video. And until the next video, stay safe.